A mountain ridge rising above a sea of clouds, a coastline where cliffs fall endlessly into the ocean, a valley shaped so perfectly it feels designed. Places that don't just look beautiful, they feel unreal. You've seen Europe's most famous destinations, but beyond the crowds, beyond the postcards, there are places where the landscapes feel almost impossible, too dramatic, too perfect, too surreal to believe. And the deeper we go, the more unreal these places become. From hidden valleys to dramatic coastlines, this is a different side of Europe. A side shaped by scale, light, and terrain in ways that feel almost otherworldly. Each destination reveals something unique, something rare, something cinematic. And by the time we reach number 1, you may start to question how places like this even exist. Perched high above the Alentejo Plains, Monsaraz feels completely removed from the modern world. Whitewashed buildings sit along ancient stone walls, overlooking a vast and endless horizon. From above, the landscape stretches in every direction, making the village feel small against something much larger. At sunset, the sky glows across the plains, and the entire scene feels suspended in time. What makes Monsaraz so unique is the stillness. Hidden deeper within the Julian Alps, Lake Bohinj feels untouched and quiet. Mountains rise sharply from the water's edge, reflected perfectly in the still surface below. Morning mist drifts slowly across the lake, softening the entire landscape into something dreamlike. Unlike more famous alpine lakes, this one feels raw and unfiltered. What makes Bohinj feel unreal is its balance. Rising suddenly from the landscape, these jagged granite peaks feel almost unnatural. Sharp spires cut into the sky, creating silhouettes that look carved rather than formed. The terrain shifts between forest and exposed rock, adding contrast to every angle. At certain moments, the light hits the ridges just right, and the entire scene becomes intensely dramatic. What makes Bavella so unexpected is how different it feels from the rest of Europe. Massive peaks, deep valleys, and almost no crowds. Durmitor stretches across a landscape that feels far larger than you expect. Glacial lakes sit hidden between mountains, surrounded by dark forest and open sky. From above, the terrain unfolds endlessly, layer after layer into the distance. What makes this place so powerful is the scale. Rolling hills curve perfectly into the horizon, forming one of the most visually balanced landscapes in Europe. Cypress-lined roads cut through the countryside, leading toward isolated farmhouses and distant ridges. Every element feels placed with intention, as if the landscape was designed rather than formed. At sunrise or sunset, the light softens everything, creating depth through layers of shadow and color. What makes Valdorcha feel unreal is its perfection. And while these places feel cinematic, what comes next becomes even more extreme. Because now, the landscapes begin to shift in scale, in intensity, and in impact. Cliffs rise sharply from the Atlantic Ocean, with waterfalls cutting through the terrain. Mountains climb quickly into the clouds, creating constant contrast between sea and sky. Roads wind along steep ridges, revealing new perspectives with every turn. Clouds move rapidly across the island, reshaping the landscape from moment to moment. What makes Madeira feel unreal is its motion. Towering peaks rise above hidden valleys, creating a landscape defined by depth and contrast. Lakes reflect the surrounding mountains, adding symmetry to an otherwise rugged terrain. Light moves quickly across the ridges, revealing new textures with every shift. From above, the landscape feels vast, yet incredibly precise. What makes the Julian Alps so cinematic is their clarity. At this point, these places stop feeling like destinations and start feeling like something else entirely. A narrow rock ledge extends out into open space, suspended high above a massive valley. The drop below feels endless, making the entire scene difficult to comprehend. Surrounding cliffs and water stretch far into the distance, adding scale to an already extreme viewpoint. Standing here doesn't just feel elevated, it feels exposed. What makes Trolltunga so unforgettable is its position. Mountains shift through colors you don't expect: reds, yellows, greens, and dark volcanic tones. Steam rises from the ground while rivers cut through the terrain below. The entire landscape feels active, as if it's still forming. At times, sunlight brings out vivid color, and moments later, clouds flatten everything into shadow. What makes this place feel unreal is its unpredictability. Sharp peaks rise dramatically above green valleys, creating one of the most recognizable landscapes in Europe. At sunrise, the mountains glow with golden light, while clouds settle beneath the ridges. The contrast between light and shadow adds depth to every frame. From certain angles, the scale feels almost overwhelming. What makes the Dolomites the most unreal destination on this list is the combination of everything: light, geometry, and atmosphere, all working together perfectly. Some places feel familiar, and others feel impossible. But the ones that stay with you the longest are the ones that don't quite feel real. And somewhere out there are still more waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed discovering these incredible destinations, click the video on your screen to continue the journey.